Hello and welcome to another Tech Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to be talking about the SOLIDWORKS PDM Connectivity Test Tool. This is something that is used in the troubleshooting process when checking for a connection between a client and the server components of PDM. So this is something that support may ask you to do or will help you along with the process, or your IT will be conducting this type of test to ensure that you have a proper connection to the PDM server component so that you can actually utilize your PDM vault. So this information can be found via the customer portal within the knowledge base. There's actually a specific knowledge base solution that gives information about this tool, where to find it, how to utilize it, and what exactly it's doing. Within the knowledge base, you can search for solution number S-069274, and this will give you the information regarding this tool. It talks about essentially what is the tool and what is it for. It is essentially running a few commands such as ping and telnet to ensure that you have the proper connection to the right applications for PDM, and it'll even tell you in the bottom based on what version of PDM you're using or which version of the tool to download. In this case, I'm using SOLIDWORKS PDM 2020 right now, so I downloaded the proper version for that. It also gives you a PDF set of instructions to run the tool. I have the tool here, so I'm just going to open it up, and we'll take a look at exactly the information that we can put in here and what things we can test. So in my case, I want to test all of the options here. I want to test my connection to my archive server, my SQL Server machine, the specific instance itself, as well as where I get my licenses for PDM, the SNL server. In my example, I already have the information input here, but you will essentially have to put in the host names for where these components lie. So in my case, the archive server lies on this machine here. Same thing with my SQL server, it's the same machine in my case. You can also test specific port numbers. And I want to check a specific instance, in this case, one called SQL 2019DB, and it exists on the SQL server. It will also ask for the credentials for that instance, so I will input them here. You can also use the unmask button to show your password if you're unsure of what it is being typed there. Same thing with the SNL server. I want to make sure that that is pointed to the correct location. They also have these handy check marks to indicate that maybe all of these components exist all in the same location as the archive server. And again, we can check specific ports. Once all this information is filled out, all you really have to do is click Run Test. It will go through each individual component, testing the connection for each of the sections here. If it gives you a green check mark, that means it's passed the test. If it's giving you an X, that could indicate that there's an issue. In this case, it's telling me that the test completed at the end here, and to click on the red X for more information. It will also distribute a log file that normally shows up the same location as the connectivity tool. So in my case, I'm going to click the red X here, and it's going to tell me that there are some issues with this specific port number 1433, it looks like, to my SQL server here, but it gives me a couple of troubleshooting tips as to how to fix that. In my case, it's most likely that I don't have the port set to a static port. It's most likely dynamic, so that's why I'm getting an issue here. But this is just for demonstration purposes. But there's lots of information in here to try troubleshooting to make sure that you do have the proper connection to the PDM components. Thank you for watching this tech tip video, and as always, you can contact us at the information below.